His client, Pierre Fulton, was the passenger inside Walter Scott's car on April 4th. And in this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I speak exclusively with his attorney, Mark Peper, about today's grand jury indictment and what's next for Pierre. Let's begin with the obvious. As you know, this morning, Charleston County Solicitor Scarlett Wilson announced during a press conference that the Charleston County grand jury actually indicted former North Charleston police officer Michael Slager on a murder charge for basically shooting and ultimately killing Walter Scott on April 4th. And I believe that's a felony.
Correct.
And if I'm correct too, that particular felony might carry between 30 years to life.
That's right.
Tell me, what does that indictment tell you?
It just tells me that the process is formally moving forward. And by that I mean they have placed the probable cause for the arrest in front of a grand jury, who is a formal body that meets and says that yes, we believe that murder is the appropriate charge based on the investigation.
Yeah.
That's all it means. It's just now a formality to be able to continue to pursue the murder charge against Officer Slager.
And so the family attorney for the Walter Scott family, that is, basically said this is step one.
That's right.
Tell me, as we sit here right now, what step would you like for them to take next?
Well, obviously I'm a big proponent of seeking justice, but at the same time making sure that it's done in the proper fashion at the proper speed. So I wouldn't necessarily think they would want to do anything right now other than just sit back and see how far this case gets, where it goes procedurally, how quickly it goes. Yeah. Then once the criminal matter has been resolved, which is far more important than any civil matter, they then move forward. I think that's what they'll do, but to each his own, so to speak.
Yeah. And the family of Walter Scott basically said, hey, they're very happy and pleased. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, because you're representing Pierre.
Correct.
What is his reaction to this? Is he pleased?
I have not talked to Pierre today. I updated him this morning that an indictment had been handed down, and he simply said, thanks for the update. And that's really all he had to say. He's not a man of many words. And is just going about his life the best he can.
And speaking of which, as you know, just recently they just, the 1 month anniversary, that is, of Walter Scott's death took place. I'm wondering, where is Pierre emotionally?
He's doing better than he was a month ago. And doing far better than he was almost 2 months ago today, when Walter was gunned down. He's back at work. Plugging along and keeping his head high. Yeah.
And as we were talking, let's switch gears too. We were talking about this off camera, but let's talk about Dad for a second. You know, he has a new job at CSU. Tell me, how is he doing?
He's doing great. He's doing great. It's different when you're working 3 p.m. to midnight for 35 years. Now all of a sudden you got to work 9 to 5. So it's different. And I know Mama's glad to have him out of the house a little more often than he used to be. His golf game is not as good as it used to be.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, but he's doing well. And they've got a very good grad school program over there at CSU. I'm very proud of him. I'll tell you this real quickly. When he texted me one Sunday night and said, you know, I'm taking a full-time job at CSU as the director of grad school. And my immediate reaction was, I didn't know they had a grad school at CSU.
All these years.
And his response was, well, I think that's exactly why they're hiring me.
Wow.
So they're going to use him to get the word out. That's right, get the message out. And they seem to be doing really well. Enrollment's up, and he's very happy. And like I said, Mama's happy to have him back out the house again working. So he's doing real well.
That is awesome. Well, Mark Pepper, that is. It was so great talking to you.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I appreciate it.